Good morning. How are you? This is Dr. Brenda Eshin Shoshana back with another little talk. And first of all, before I start, I want to thank everyone for your beautiful outpouring of responses and thoughts and feelings. Really appreciate hearing from you. It's wonderful, wonderful to be in dialogue. Nothing better, especially about something meaningful to you to share, to just speak out, to be heard, to be known, even if the response is, I don't like it or contradictory, although many offered many beautiful insights and responses. Even if someone doesn't like it, it's great to be engaged in something that's real and that's accepted. Open, make the space for discussion, make the space for communication, make the space to be known and to know another. That's so important, to know another, not to live in hiding from oneself, hiding from others, hiding from the truth. Our truth right now, share it, explore it. So I want to respond to some of the points people made, and I want to clarify a little bit because they're very good points. To begin with, I want to say many people said, well, you can't do this with a narcissist because narcissists don't change no matter how you view them. They're not going to change. And the topic we were discussing, for those who might not have been aware of it, is the way you see others, the way you look at others, you bring out in them. That's an invitation to behave in a certain way. You bring out those qualities in them. And many people said, no, people don't change, and many things like that. I think there was a misunderstanding here. When we do this, the way we see others, we bring out in them, we're not doing it in order to change them. That's a very important point. We're not doing it for that reason, hoping I'm going to get a result. I'm going to manipulate them with this insight. No, 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 no. We're not going to manipulate them or hope to change them. It's just a truth, a clarity that's being offered. For some people, of course, it will affect them very much. Others, naturally, it won't. That doesn't negate the truth of the matter. There are people who are very defended who they don't even know you're there. They don't even know you're seeing them. That they're not even in touch with themselves or with you. There are many kinds of situations. So, but that's not a reason not to work with this principle. That's not a reason to reject it, because there are many other people who will find it very heartwarming, very beautiful. And one woman wrote to me and said, it worked right away. She was in some kind of situation and it worked right away. So what I want to say is we often will stop ourselves from implementing something very meaningful because there are many who won't respond to it. Don't do that. There are many who will also. We have a general impression of futility or hopelessness with some, and that causes us to forget that there are others. The world is very large. And again, when we label people narcissist or schizophrenic or bipolar, I'm not saying that those labels cannot be useful, especially in treatment of certain kinds, that they have a place for sure, but they're dangerous too. Because once you label somebody, they're in a box and they can't get out. And we're looking at them, as I said, through that lens. Now, it's true that many will not respond, but there are those, again, who will respond to a different way of being. And if you see someone who's hopeless or helpless or unable to change forever, yes, it can free you from going on and on over and over again repetitively in the relationship, trying to get something from them or hoping they'll change and getting hurt, getting disappointed. Of course, we get hurt and we do get disappointed if we want something from someone. You got to change. I'm doing this. Why aren't you responding? Why aren't you changing? Then we throw the whole thing away. That's a big mistake. We do that in so many areas of our life. It's a big mistake because even with ourselves, why aren't I changing? Why aren't I responding? Give yourself time. Give everything time. Everything changes when its time comes. And some take it in like you plant a seed. Sometimes the seed will sprout up. Other times it takes a while. Other times it doesn't bloom at all. That's okay. That doesn't mean not to plant seeds. That's one big point I wanted to make. I also want to say something very important related to this, important to me. The way we see others will bring out certain things in them, but even more intensely, it affects us. The way we view another deeply affects us. If we're looking for what's positive, what's hopeful, what's meaningful, we will be in a different state of mind. Because as we see others, we see ourselves too. We're affected by our own perceptions. That's a very important point. When we relate in this way, giving someone a chance to be new and to be fresh, we're doing it for ourselves as well. We benefit. We benefit enormously. We don't do it primarily, believe it or not, so somebody else will change. We do it primarily so that we can see the world differently. That is a huge, huge win for us and for others. Ultimately, there will be people we will affect, even though they don't know it. We don't know it. But the point is to realize that we affect ourselves as well. And we really don't know how people are feeling inside and the power and the importance of a kind word, of a new way of looking at them. We don't really know what's going on with others in that respect. I remember, I'll just tell you a little story. Quite a while ago, I was doing the Nikon that I began to explain to you all the time. What did I give another today? Write it down carefully. Well, what did I give that person today? And what did I receive today? From either that person or just in general. As you do this practice every day, maybe for half an hour in the morning, maybe a half an hour at night. There are places where they do these retreats a whole week. You become very conscious of all that you're receiving every single minute. And you've been receiving it before, but you haven't been aware of it. So even small things make a huge difference when you become so aware of it. I received a smile. I received my breakfast. Thank you. And one day, I used to drive out to Long Island, back and forth, lived out there, came in for various activities, and there was somebody in the toll booth. At that time, they had people in the toll booths. And I would smile at him when I was doing this work. I would share a lovely moment of greeting, well wishes for the day, and drive along. And then I was ill for a few weeks and I couldn't go back and forth. And then after I did go back again and resume my little trip again, he looked at me with such excitement. He said, "Oh, I really miss those smiles. That I really miss that hello, just a hello to someone in the toll booth." Made a big, big difference for his day, for my day. So many moments like that await us that we don't even see. because we're not paying attention. We're not conscious of these simple truths, these simple solutions in a complex world. I invite you to try it and see. And I thank you for listening. And I will be back soon with many more wonderful nuggets. I call them golden nuggets, pearls that are all over the place. They're everywhere. They're simple truths that we can not only know, but live. That's the secret. One thing to say this or to say that or to know it, it's important, the first step, but to actually do it. Try it and see. Do, and you will see. Thank you again, and I will speak with you again very soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.